Welcome back to Limbus Company, Daily Mirror Dungeon. Just gonna quickly start out with my daily extractions this video. Just because if I wait till the end of the run, it's gonna be the next day, because I just got back from class and wait. Oh wow, 2 stars. That's some good luck. That's a good sign for this run. Okay, well. Last time, we're not going to talk about last time. Last time was another one of those classic episodes that really isn't worth talking about. And this time, universities starting back up. Like, why don't we have a little, like, a calm, relaxing episode where we just let the game play itself? Now, the reason I'm doing this, I think I did this once before, and it was very interesting seeing, like, what the bot would go for. But this time, I've decided to throw on, like, all the units that are just gonna kill themselves, and also some units that, like, I'm just kind of interested to see, like, whether or not Ting Tang will go for, because Ting Tang often goes for the secondary over the tertiary. I want to see if Roseband or Rodion will go for the secondary very often. And, Mersault's just here. I don't know why I picked him exactly. That'll be comical. Alright, you two are the ones who focus on killing yourselves. You guys also kind of kill yourselves, and we'll throw you in too. And we're just gonna auto-battle damage this entire run, and we're gonna see how well it goes. I very infrequently auto-battle, but this is how a lot of people do mirror dungeoning, so... it's like a step in... It's like walking in their shoes, you know? Alright, turn 1 Mind Whip. Sleep Shank. Yeah, see, going for Shank or Mulet, because it is just more damage. Most of the time. Win rate, it would be to go for, like, these two. But damage, this is because we're going for all damage, because damage is funnier, because it just means you get trolled, against abnormality fights. Because everyone will just attack one single, like, Pekatulam in Abno fights if you just go for damage, because, like, that's the one that deals most damage. Stiff is already staggered. That's good. That means he'll be low HP quickly. I think I clicked win right there. It doesn't matter. It only really matters for the Abno fights, just to make sure we have the least optimal options being chosen. Yeah, Autobattle really doesn't like Mutilate. It's a little silly. Well, nothing bad will happen this turn, it seems. I think the machine's going for smart moves across the board. And because Ishmael's got a lot of charge now, even if she did have Mind Whip, it wouldn't have killed anyone. Other than the enemies, of course. Yeah, sending in Ishmael first is definitely going to mean that we're going to have more Mind Whips. If we get to a store, I'll probably, and if Ishmael gets chosen, I absolutely will, give her another Mind Whip. Just see how it goes. A little bit of Russian roulette. Will Ishmael, oh god. Don't know how I managed to butcher her name so badly there. Will Ishmael kill her allies or her enemies? Find out. Put a random gloom out to residence, and everyone gets offense power, because we started with, whatever the E gets called, like the one that buffs single third when you have Phantom Pain, and whenever you get a gloom out to residence, offense level up to all allies. It's a little thing. Okay, who are you gonna go for? Okay, you're for that first team. And then, okay, is he just dead? No, he's not. If he, like, I think a heads there might have been, like, fatal, a couple more heads. Because luckily he didn't get staggered until the 3rd coin, and that's the only reason he could survive, I think. I need to, like, actively remind myself not to play the game, which is kind of funny. Because I'll just instinctively start, matching skills together, despite the fact I'm doing nothing this run. Gamble, burst yourself, and damage. Yeah, there's no difference here. Is there any odd choices? Oh yes, Dawn's never gonna go for Rip Space. Like, because Rip Space is just like 1, 2. Yeah, it just looks like it's very little damage because of the fact it doesn't put the coin power into, like, the equation. So, like, Leap is Dawn's best skill as far as Dawn's concerned. Kind of like how Shank is Honglu's best skill as far as the AI is concerned. Once again, it's a very simple system for auto battles. It's just, oh yeah, this is good enough. And that's really all it thinks about. Doesn't do any more thoughts beyond that. Yeah, I guess we got the breakdown for the new warp units this morning. Cool. Warp, like, charge barrier seems like it could be interesting. Definitely seems like they're adding a little bit of tankiness to non-tanky units. Oh, you. What if I command life? And if I command death, it just dies when we heal or something. Command life. You just gain 60 cost. That's not bad. That is not bad. But yeah, Ryoshu's skill 3 looks like it's just charge-based, I can cook anything. Once again, Ryoshu's gimmick seems to just be kind of stupid slash damage. I guess her Kumo isn't slash, but that's like the main focus across the board. Yeah, look at this! Dawn thinks Rip is more damage than Rip Space. Dawn thinks this primer, this 5+6, is better than a 1+2. As far as damage is concerned, and win rate. Like, are we sure? Is it just because there's other things affecting it? Like, this seems like an insane thing to think. Like, throat slit over Shank. What is this? What do you mean? I assume it's because, yeah, it's because of their weaknesses, I guess. But I still think Shank's gonna do more damage in his throat slit. Mind strike over flank search. And normal. That's some very interesting choices. And the tremor burst on self, as he does. Very silly. And you're going for the mind whip here? Yep. You think your primary is better damage than your secondary? In what world? Is it because it's got a higher... I guess it's just because it's got a higher min... Oh no, it's because it's slash, that's why. Yeah, that makes sense actually. Slash over pierce for attacks that have similar point rolls. That makes sense. So, rip over rip space again. Yeah, rip space is never getting used. Warp Dawn was a really funny choice for this team. Unless she gets like to the point where she gets... Actually, it's probably enough guard, so it wasn't really a gamble there. But unless Dawn gets to the point where she's actually got like 2 rip space and that's her only option, she's just never gonna pick rip space. I think, unless it's an enemy that's like weak to slash, resistant to pierce, and her options are a skill 2 and skill 3, maybe in that situation. But it's really not looking like we're gonna be seeing much of rip space. Yeah, I think the one thing about Word Ryoshu is I saw the acronym for a skill 3 and I proceeded to not, like, bother deciphering what it was. I'm sure it's something, I assume it's something obvious. It was like a lot of letters and I was like, alright, classic Ryoshu, and just didn't even, like, think any more thoughts on it. I just realized that now. Guess I should probably look into that. And also the fact that we're getting like a daily login event in September, that's interesting. The most interesting part about it is the fact we're getting Molar, Otis, and Yisong, with Otis being seemingly another Olga, and Yisong being another Rain, instead of there being, you know, a Mika identity. Oh, and it might have been Mika for... Oh no, wait a second. No, it's because they're actual Molar. That's why. Yeah. That actually didn't click to me. They're not Molar, they're Molar fixers. They're not Molar boatworks. I don't know why that I just only now realized that. I was like, oh, interesting, more Molar boatwork. But no, it's actual, like, Ruina Molar. So it'll be actual Ruina Molar gimmick. No, I haven't really seen much people. I kind of got to the point where I don't, like, look at people. I no longer look at, like, the comments for, Project Moon, like, posts on Twitter and stuff, because it's just not worth it. Oh, Ishmael's about to kill one of her friends. You really want Heathcliff dead. I think he does die here. Yeah. Well, good job, Ishmael. Yeah, that seems... It seems stupidly obvious now, because I was like, yeah... Well, the molder stuff. Yeah, that'll be cool. Maybe they will have actual discard mechanics then. Who knows? Bloom, heal, inflict sinking. I'll take this one. I think that could be funny, just getting enemies' sanity down. And, like, I think the event was going on for, like, 5 weeks or something, and you just need to log in for at least 4 of those weeks. It was something vaguely like that. So you don't need to, like, be there every day to get the rewards. We'll go Blunt Week, why not? And we can add everyone to the team now, how swell. We'll get someone else in the shop, probably. I guess the other thing this update this week is going to do is, like, some, like, performance stuff, which sounds pretty cool. I'd really like it if my phone was able to run the game. For Shank over Mutilate. Makes enough sense because the damage type, yeah. Shank over Mutilate, I guess, makes enough sense in this situation because the neutral, pierce, and resistant to slash. Because personally, I would always go for Mutilate in this situation because, like, it would be so funny if you got a kill with it. And that's, like, the entirety of, like, my thought process there. Hey, I'm going for Mutilate over Throat Slit, which does make sense. Mutilate is purely advantageous over Throat Slit. As far as the bot's concerned, at least. Got that one pretty low. Didn't quite kill, which is unfortunate. Oh, for a second I got so confused there because I didn't see Mersault's actual face. So I thought 2 of the actual Endcore people were attacking each other, but no, it's just because of Mersault looking like one of them, being the Gita one after all. You know, just these ones left, so... Auto damage again, and that should be enough. There we go. Oh yeah, I do have a funny statistic I'll pull up in a second, but I was curious about just how long this series has been going on as far as, like, pure, like, times looking. And I found this, like, website that allowed me to calculate exactly, like, how long a YouTube playlist is. Look at this. 135 videos, of course, 42 minutes on average, total length of playlist, over 4 days. That's a lot of time worth of daily mirror dungeoning. God. Alright, no. Autobattle. There we go. No rip space. We're never gonna get to use rip space after all. Yeah, that's just such an insane thing to think about. It definitely makes sense. I've been doing this for, it feels like, a long time. This kind of feels like... It's just routine for me at this point to do my daily limbing. Definitely been good, I think. Getting into a routine. Or it's a strange routine to get into, but I got into it nonetheless. Now, who's Ishmael gonna kill here? That's always the question. One of the enemies, that's nice. And I can hit this guy too. 6 charge, almost enough charge to be able to safely Mind Whip. Didn't roll Mind Whip though. Yeah, look at this. God. We're never seeing rip space. I guess that's gotta be the goal of this run. I gotta find a way to get the AI to actually use rip space. I think that's a good goal to work towards, because it seems to be so strongly against it. Because unlike something like Quick Suppression, Rabbit Heathcliff, that actually has like a decent enough attack roll even when it isn't powered up, so it doesn't really matter that the AI doesn't understand that it's still a good idea to use. But here, it's a 1+2, like, that's nothing compared to the 1+6 it actually is if you get it up. Yeah. I mean, what do we need to do? I'm trying to think about, like, a good way to do this that's not just get lucky and get Dawn to show up in the shop, but I think that is, like, the best solution for this plan. Ideally, we'd have, like, a longer fight. Possibly, like, take less people into a fight at some point, see if we could do that. And the weird part is, we need to make sure Dawn uses the powered up one. We gotta make sure she has enough charge when it happens. Oh, really? You didn't Mind Whip there. And you didn't Ishmael just went for 2 skill 1s instead of a skill 2 and a skill 3 for damage. Because of the fact that Mind Whip is less damage or something. How is Mind Whip less damage? How do you think a 2 + 6 is less than a... Do they not count the amount of coins? Does the bot only read the first coin as far as damage goes? I'm starting to wonder if it's something weird like that. No, that wouldn't be the case though, because then, like, stuff like Mutilate wouldn't be so good. Yeah, look at this. You don't want to Mind Whip. And she's got enough charge, so it's not the bot being, like, safe about that kind of thing. What purpose? Or it's like the actual damage calc at the top's going, like... They've got the exact same min roll, and Mind Whip has a significantly better max roll. They're both blunt, so it doesn't have anything to do with resistances. What is the reasoning here? Very odd. It's just so very odd. Oh, dead. I'm dead. Huh. I am perplexed right now. This is much more of a brain workout than I'd expected to be, you know, not playing the game. 430 cost, though, so we can get something here. Okay. You know what? If you're gonna give me the charge-type gloves with a charge team on the run that I'm not actually playing the game, be like that. Because we've got, you know, two of the strongest actually charge-heavy units. And, now we're just gonna have so much charge. I guess that means that Ishmael's not gonna kill people as easily. Rodion, I guess I probably should have given Rodion another skill 2 or something. No, that's fine. Weak to Blunt, weak to Sloth. This is either Calendar or Apple. I feel like it's Calendar. I feel like I rarely see Apple here anymore, but it could be Apple, I think. It is Calendar. Alright. So this is an Abno fight, which means... the AI is not very smart as far as damage goes. And you know what? Of course we gotta roll with it. We gotta just see, what decisions the AI makes, what brilliant moves it has. We instantly killed that puppet. This fight's gonna take forever because they're always gonna prioritize the little guys, since they're weaker overall, so therefore they take more damage. So every single phase we're gonna have to kill all 3 of /4 of the small guys before we can actually do anything to the boss itself. Look, we got a Mind Whip off there. How nice. The abnormality looks upset. Okay, we're splitting up a little bit. In case you're wondering why we split up now, it's because of the fact that it's, the attacks actually going for this guy are ones that he's weak to and these guys aren't. So you can see how this thing's neutral to slash, but this thing's weak to slash. So these slash attacks are being prioritized on them, while the blunt attacks, which are what these guys are weak to, are being prioritized on them. And in this case, I don't know why this one in particular is being hit by Ishmael, and this one is being hit by everyone else. There's no, like, actual difference between the two. I think it's just... Is it because it's targeting Ishmael or something? No, it isn't. It's very odd, then. There's definitely, like, a little bit of randomness in it. That's for sure, but it tends to have, like, proxy AI. Just, yes, we want this one dead. Yeah, that's decent damage. We're gonna stagger the right arm. I'm pretty sure the other attack was also going for the right arm, at least. I couldn't say for certain. Forget about how funny Sinclair's skill 1 is. Funny, Molar Sinclair's skill 1 is. Just being so many coins on a skill 1. Not particularly good, but it's funny. Yeah, we can offer Clay Doll here, that's good. And then damage? Okay, one person on this. This is actually like the optimal like kind of way to go about doing this. Like, sure, you'd probably want to clash against this guy instead of letting him possibly get a one hit on one-sided attack on Mersault. But otherwise, like, that's not bad. We'll actually probably be able to like finish those two off. And no one's going for the other arm, I just realized. So we actually... I take back everything good I've said about the AI. They're a failure. Yeah. Oh, being eaten. Okay, but now we take down the other arm. Without a doubt. And just look at how much charge Ishmael has. You couldn't see it there because it's being blocked by first the actual corpse of the clay doll and then by the actual health bar. But trust me when I say she's got a lot of charge. Yeah, 23. Look at that. And she doesn't have anything to use it on. Next turn, Dawn's gonna have rip space, but not like she's gonna use it, and even if she did, she'd use it on one of the puppets since they're weak to envy and this thing's resist envy. Yeah. Now in this phase, because the big guy resists blunt, all the blunt attacks are gonna go for the main guy. I believe. Not all of them, it seems. The ones that he's actually weak to the blunt and the sin for, but the enemies aren't. Oh, took that one down. And hit. And only two one-sided attacks. And this turn, we gotta make sure we take down another clay doll to prevent it from going crazy. Actually, did we do enough damage to it? We sure did. Oh, well, that means we've won. Auto damage. Dawn's going for you. Dawn's not gonna kill you. That's fine. Everyone else just wants this one particular clay doll dead. Okay, there it goes. So now we can get the universal flame going. Very nice. And now we can kill it with this. Offer a sinner. This is what Mersault's here for. He's got a lot of HP. He can take the 100 damage from this. Yeah, everyone loses some sanity. That's unfortunate. But it's not like there was any chance we'd actually be able to kill that guy that turn because the AI is gonna always go for the clay dolls. Healing is not a bad idea. Eagle resources do nothing for us. We're not using any eagle resources at all because that would require me to manually input the horrors. Yeah, the store on this floor would probably like... We'll probably just recruit like a bunch of sinners, like maybe just a bunch of like 1-stars, just base identities to work as fodder. Take hits from Ishmael when need be. Although as long as Ishmael doesn't get a turn 1 Mind Whip, I don't think she's ever gonna be able to hit one of her allies. Because she's just, like, as long as she hits, like, at least a single coin here, she'll have enough. A damage. Everything seems logical enough. Yeah, it's because the blunt effect. Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah, Ishmael landed some hits, so... all's good. Singler lost his clash, that makes sense. It sure was his skill 1 with its 2+1 4-coin skill 1. And here's the Mind Whip, but it's a safe Mind Whip. It's just gonna absolutely demolish that guy. I'm also thinking I'm probably accidentally hitting Flash win rate some of the times. I feel like I might have hit it there. I genuinely have no way to tell, though. It usually doesn't matter too much. It's usually the same. The only difference is like when certain like resistances come into play that kind of can change things up, or of course how it works against abnormalities. And here's a risky encounter though. We'll see how this team can handle that. Character health falls below the stagger threshold. They become vulnerable to all attacks and can't attack until the end of the following turn. Wow. That's so cool. Leap, yeah. Throat slit, once again, throat slit over mutilate. Because, Is it because, like, the bleed or something? Can it factor in bleed as damage, but not factor in, you know, reusing it? Are there certain things the robot can understand that is a little deeper that below the surface? Is the 4 bleed the deal breaker here? Like this here? Yeah, it's because this guy's weak to Pierce. Because this guy's weak to Pierce. You guys are not having any variety in your attacks. I'm confused why I didn't want to use Mind Whip a couple times back then, though. Because, like, there's never been a situation other than that where the AI actually refused to use Mind Whip. Was it because of... There was definitely something weird going on there. At the vibration suppression, yeah, makes enough sense. Shank over Mutilate makes sense, because Pierce. Self-stagger. I've, like, barely used the Molar unit. I don't know, I think Senkor's gimmick is funny, but he can't build up enough Tremor on himself nearly at all to make any decent use of it. Maybe if he was actually building up his own Tremor potency alongside his Tremor count, then it would be funny. And Ishmael, if I want to use Ishmael for, like, thinking, I usually just use Reindeer, because it has better ego buildup. Better ego resources for stuff, for sinking stuff such as Rhyme Shank. In my, you know, one time I've actually used Rhyme Shank. I don't know why I say this like I frequently do sinking themes. No. Almost forgot again. Oh! Going for Mutilate over Throatset this time. Why? Is it the genuine 50-50 in this situation? Like, is it not reading the huge difference of the 19 coin power? That makes sense, that makes sense. That kind of makes sense. Funny how, like, I think Project Moon hasn't touched the AI at all. The Autobattle AI. I keep on calling it the AI, the robot, the machine, stuff like that. Because, like, I don't know what else to call it, just the Autobattler. And then there was 2, which can be easily finished off. Mind Whip had enough charge, that's good. I'm really just wanting to get Mind Whip in one of the stores, just get another copy of it. Because, like, right now it's super safe, which makes this boring. I want the robot to kill people. I'm sure the robot wants to kill people. Seems to be its main directive. Oh, but there's the lightning rod, alright. I mean, how could I not? Everyone starts with 10 charge. I literally don't think I've ever gotten this combination of ego gifts before, despite it being an insanely good one. So we can get safe turn 1 rip spaces off. That's how insane it is. Like, you can rip space turn 1, you can Mind Whip turn 1, and it'll go well. Like, that's insane. Oh yeah, we gotta grab some people here. We'll grab you 3. Sure. I'm fully aware I chose some bad identities, but that's part of the joke, I think. Base Ryoshu is good, from my experience. Don't know if she's actually good from a actual decent level. And Muriel time. Alright, who's touching its Muriel here? Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Rodion is. Alright. He's weak to this attack at least, but it is only her primary, so I'm not gonna do a lot here. Otherwise, not really anything else worth noting with this turn. Oh, you've already lost Rodion. Stop clashing. There you go. Oh god, is that... Oh, just a weird noise. Everything should be fine. We're going for a safe Mind Whip this turn. I think staggered that one. Muriel's taking some damage. Not the most. Hopefully my mic isn't picking this up, this background noise. It's just like water running, I think. In like the apartment above. Oh. She's doing it. Why is she doing it here? I don't know, but it's been done. Just who knows why? Oh, it's because they're weak to envy. That's why, isn't it? Yeah, that's the only reason why she went for it, because they're 1.2 weak to envy, and therefore that clash was worth it. As far as Dawn was concerned, that attack was worth it because it was slightly more damage. So we actually got off a rip space. You know. Congratulations, everyone! It's been an honor. We've already won. We've already. You know, we got to see this through to the end. As painful an end it may be. We'll see. It just depends on how many Pekatulam fights we take. I should probably go like full on towards the Pekatulams. And Gloom resources do nothing. Envy and Burn inflicts additional burn, healing. Wrath skill heals a bunch. We'll take this Envy one, why not? It'll mean that, if Dawn uses another rip space, it'll be a bunch of burn. And, yeah, we'll do the Abno fight here. I want to see just how well these guys can take it. Although I think I'm gonna pause the recording for a minute so I can figure out what the noise is. Alright, the noise has stopped. Back to this. What are you guys gonna do? Oh, immediate rift space, because this thing's weak to slash and envy. I see. That's actually, this is a great time for an immediate rift space. A great time for it. Yeah, honestly, like, this is damage, yeah? Because honestly, for damage, like, we're clashing everything except one. That's actually really good luck. That just coincidentally, the AI realized that, like, the most damage-dealing attacks would also, you know, reduce a lot of damage being taken at the same time. Yeah, rip space. Doesn't even need the final coin. As expected. God, these guys used to have 50 HP. That's so insane to think about. Like, before Mirror Dungeon 2, these guys just died straight up, and they're still dying straight up, but, like, they've got, like, 2 times, 3 times as much HP as they used to have. And even Mirror Dungeon 1 was changed so that they've all got more HP. Kind of crazy. Okay, we're ignoring the one who's attacking, but we're gonna kill the other two almost certainly. That's good, at least. Alright. And we just got that one left. Which we should demolish pretty easily. Dawn's clashing, that's good. And down it goes. Alright, that was actually a very clean fight for an Abno fight. You usually expect more things to go wrong. Just because, you know, proxy AI. Random ally gains poise, prioritizes someone with gloom. Sure. Ooh. We'll take this. We've got a couple pretty strong single coin attacks, mainly Mutilate. And like Ishmael's skill 2, Sinclair's skill 2. And that kind of stuff. So it could be some good benefits, I'd say. And we're gonna go this, and then we're gonna go up top from this path, I think. Oh! Thank you, Sinclair. That's my impersonation of the random noise Sinclair just made. I think it was pretty good. God, everyone's got plenty of charge. Immediate mind whip's gonna go perfectly fine. This was meant to be a run where the AI, you know, killed everyone on accident, but it seems like they got the safety rails. The charge run I've always dreamed of getting, just getting both the really funny charge gifts. Such is life, though. Such is my luck. My very strange luck. Either like I've either got really good luck or really bad luck. It always fluctuates. I very rarely have average luck. Like I've got like great luck, gotcha luck most of the time, but like I've got awful coin luck. I think the coin luck is where I have the most consistently bad luck. And I don't know why. Pissed off the RNG gods, I suppose. Right, that's the wrong way, yeah. Let's see. Contract's funny. Rose's Molded Spring doesn't do much for us. I'll just leave. Mersault again, that's unfortunate. That shop was not worth it, but now we've got a risky encounter to deal with. Gotta take a couple of risks in order to crack an omelet, you know. You know, I think. No? Oh, there we go. Going for Mutilate. This Mutilate's gonna go twice. Which is good, because it probably won't kill here. They're neutral to this, so it'll be decent damage, but not enough to kill. But if it targets the same person again, which I think is fairly likely, that should be good. Otherwise, a lot of neutrals are going on here. Not really surprised. Okay. Didn't stagger, though. So going for this guy this time. It'll stagger this guy, at least. No kills, though, so we don't get a third Mutilate. Sad. Huh? This one's staggered as well. A lot of staggers going on. This guy's just defending, this person's going for 2 attacks. Everything's being clashed. It's a normal fight. There's like no chance we don't clash against anything unless we're at a big numbers disadvantage. Which we really shouldn't be, since we start with 7 people and they usually start with like 5 people max. Sometimes 6. Nice. And that one gets rolled again thanks to the coin this time. And then Mindsorcer should finish it off. Ishmael let her maximum charge. And Victor Blunt, Weak Envy, that's a dog if I've ever seen a dog. May go poorly. I think they're just gonna, are they just gonna always go all in on the body? Once we stagger it, definitely. Turn 2, they're definitely gonna go all in the body, assuming we get a couple attacks off and it does indeed get staggered, which it probably will. Oh no, it's these guys, I forgot. Sure it can be these guys. Oh, that's awful. That's really awful. Hopefully they stagger this guy and maybe kill him. He's got 20 protection. 20% protection. And this is being countered back at dawn. That's fine. You can take it decently. Yeah. One more hit and that'll stagger him. So will all the other attacks be enough? Keep in mind, if we don't kill this guy this turn, everyone's gonna attack this exact same guy again next turn. Which seems like it's gonna be what's gonna happen. Can Mersault kill this guy? Oh, he can actually. He did it. There we go. That was a pretty optimal turn 1. Now we take some damage. Those guys heal. That means they're gonna be all instinct up still, which is very unfortunate for us. And chances are it's just gonna attack the other preceding Inquisitor and not the actual everything there. I don't know. Some people are going for this guy. You are, and you are. You two. So, you know, maybe that'll be enough to get rid of his instinct. We'll see. Nothing too special is going on this turn. Logical enough choices across the board, I think. Ooh, that was a little close. But all's going well. Okay. Okay, One Night Clash? No. Do it again. Oh, and this will actually reduce all of his instincts, I think? No, not quite. I think he'll still be at like 2 instincts or something. We'll see, because I think he's gonna gain some... I didn't actually see what the other attack that guy's going for is, but he might be fine. Okay, this one's dead, so it's just the big guy left though, so it's not too scary. Yeah, gain more instinct. What are your instincts at? Only one, though, that's good. We've got a mind whip coming for this guy, and he sure is weak to it. So your chances aren't looking good, everything there, of an Inquisitor. Especially since you're about to get staggered super early. Yep. There's stagger. Rep's going again. This is going to do a fair bit of damage. The Fierce Assault, even though it is a super lame attack, it's still doing a lot of damage. And it's more so just mean lame in the fact that it's like a usually weak attack. Still funny. And 200 damage, not bad. For an enemy that's got that much bulk. And we get one more Ego Gift. And you know, I gotta go for the Nebulizer. It's one of my favorites. Some strange reason. Do we just do something like this? That's a lot of fights, but it's the best way. Bosses, either the Fox or the Centipede. One of the two. We'll see which. By the time we get there, of course. And you guys. Alright, let's see how this is. Once again, fairly split damage. That's nice. I think I wonder if there actually was stuff that got changed about the Autobattle at some point. That's the kind of thing they very well could have just included in some random patch notes, and I just kind of didn't realize it. Because whenever they do have patch notes, it's just kind of like a big list of minor changes, usually. Alright, he didn't lose that clash, that's good. Would have been a little bit of a sad clash to lose. Mutilate, these guys are weak to it. Not enough to instantly kill, unfortunately. Because they're only weak to the gluttony part, they're not weak to the slash part. But if we do have another Mutilate, theoretically, that should be enough to kill one of them. Now, we need to get another Mutilate, which we're not going to be able to get here, so... That's not going to happen, but it would be cool if it did, wouldn't it? Alright, just these ones left. Which means, yeah, here's what I expected. A single attack is all we need to kill this thing, but everyone went for it. Luckily, there's not a lot of attacks coming our way, thanks to the fact that one of the other guys was staggered and that guy only had a single attack. And, this probably should kill them all, I think. Any odd choices? No, it looks like it's logic across the board. That's always nice to see. But it is so infrequent to see AI being smart. Oh, that guy's staggered, so he's definitely dead, yep. There's only 2 attacks going for the bottom guy, I think. But maybe they're decent enough. What's the other attack? Oh yeah, there we go. That's enough. And victory. I don't think there's going to be any more Abno fights until the actual final boss. Oh, I just realized, if it does end up being the Fox, this final boss is going to be awful. Because you know everyone's just going to try and deal with the little umbrellas. Oh boy. Yeah, that won't be fun. Hopefully it is the Centipede. I guess Centipede's also awful though, because like... it's self-charge. We're not going to be clashing against it if we just go all for damage. And therefore it's just going to keep on building up self-charge. And it might make that a little awful. The no rep space turn 1 this time because this thing isn't weak to envy. That's the only situation in which Dawn uses rip space, is if theoretically she were to get 2 of them, which we haven't seen, but it is a possibility. Or if, how's your chance of issue? God. Or if it's an enemy that's weak to envy. Alright. They resist the pierce attack. You're losing your clash, yeah. You're gonna lose clash across the board here. So this is normally the point in the game where you just start ego spamming, if you weren't ego spamming already, if you weren't spamming your domains and your... fluid sacks, all that good stuff. Yeah, once again, rip space isn't happening. Mind whip's happening though, because these guys are weak to blunt, and it's smart enough to know mind whip is a straight up upgrade over flying surge in this situation. Depending on how much damage bottom left guy takes, he might actually be in perfect position for a mutilate. Not quite. Well, that's unfortunate. If only that mutilate was the one that got hit by the coin, but unfortunately not that lucky. Rip was hit by the coin. Rip triggered the coin. Don't know why I always say it like that, like as if the coin's like hitting a person in order to activate its effect. I don't know, that's surely based on something. The reason why I'm saying it like that, some terminology from some game that's like faintly eating away at my brain. I don't know. Nothing's like obvious to me. It may just be a case of my strange choices of words. That's certainly nothing unusual. Gamble. Going for a throat slit instead of a shank because it's weak to slash. Alright. You do have a rip space you could be using here, but you're not going to use it, of course. Because why would you use it? Nice. And this will also be decent. Yep, another stagger. Very cool. Wait, so Dawn was leaping the guy who's resistant to... No, that guy was resistant to blunt. But it was neutral, pierce, and weak to slash, and still went for the pierce attack. Alright. We really do just need to have, like, if we can get a situation like that, but against, like, say, a Ting Tang gang member, who's, you know, resistant to pierce and weak to slash, then I think we might actually have a chance to trigger another rip space. Another rip space condition, as I would call it. As some would call it. Oh. How fancy. Event time. Sure. It's so funny that Heathcliff died, like, first floor, and he's just been staring at me. He's been judging my decisions, every single choice I make. He's just watching. Really makes me wonder if, you know, I should have put the entire team's life in the hands of, like a toaster brained computer. No, I don't have a lot of witty. I don't have a lot of witty installs I can do on a, you know, a computer. Toaster brained, potato brained, potato battery run, computer. I'm really not good at insults. I should just stop. Yeah, alright. Once again, going for third slit over mutilate. Literal coin flip choice. Going for a rip over rip space. Literal just choosing what is undeniably the worst option. Has anyone done like actual in-depth like figuring out how the AI works? Oh, it's just you left. Alright, kill this guy. Hopeless. Probably gonna get staggered before then. Actually, probably not. Maybe. Because it's gonna go twice, because of the coin. So, you know, 2 steadies is probably enough to stagger this guy. He's neutral to it. Yeah, 1 isn't enough, but then the other one from the coin. Alright. So no losing Flash Armor Assault after all. And Mulet to finish it off. Finishing with style. The red explosion on nothing. Yeah. Passenger gave them a boink. Alright, let's see. And we'll take the risky encounter so we can get to that one shop. 600 cost right now. We'll have 700 cost roughly after this fight. So we're definitely gonna have enough to get whatever we want. Issue is if there's gonna be anything we do want. Shank or mutilate the resistance slash. Wait a second, why are you going for rip space now of all times? What makes it so alluring here? This guy resists slash. Huh. This is the one time that she's chosen rip space over rip for seemingly no reason. The reason, of course, is that it's significantly more damage, but the AI seems to never notice that. That's very convenient. You still got immediate tails, alright. Good job. This is gonna do good damage to this robot, though. Yeah. You know, rip space helped in taking that robot down, so, good job. We lost some clashes, it would seem. And there we go. More of this struggling. Neutral struggling. Mind whip, of course. Shank or mutilate, of course. Just primaries for those two. Oh, yeah. We're losing some of these neutrals, it would seem. Sinclair's already lost, but he's still trying his best. Yeah, there he goes. Ryoshu loses. Ryoshu was the one that had literally no chance, right? 28 HP. That's why we thought meat shields like Ryoshu to take those hits. I mean, the original plan was to take, you know, the Mind Whip hits, but we're really having no issues with Mind Whip backfiring. Okay. And 11 HP, 9 HP. So that one dies here. This one is just going for well, it's losing a clash. That's all it's going for. And Mind Strike's gonna do a lot of damage, enough to stagger it, and then the other Mind Strike kills that guy. And then Ryoshu, or no, Rodion finishes off that robot, that bacteria phage. Victory! So now we get to see our final store. We get one last chance to shop for whatever we may need. And what will we need? Smoking wires, white gossipy, Mersault skill again. I'll take the bleed stuff. I'll just take all of it, honestly. And you know, you can have another skill 3, sure, why not? And you know, we'll heal everyone up. Alright, that's fine. Lame shop. We never had a chance to actually change the skills of either the people I wanted to change the skills for, because Mersault showed up in 3 out of 4 shops. Really wanted a new skill 3. He wanted a new training skill 3. Okay, Centipede. This is basically just a normal enough fight. Everyone's going for the head here. So everyone's just going to be hitting the shield and therefore doing very little, actually. Not using any strong attacks this turn. Everything seems, yeah, everyone's going for the logical attack. So that's good. You're maybe able to build up like some tremor on this guy right now. Because Rodion's about to burst it with her tertiary. Yeah, that's decent. We're kind of building it up. Sure, it's only those 2 units that have any tremor stuff. That's the thing, but that's fine. Alright. And we did, like, no damage to him because, of course, we were just hitting the part that had the shield that turn. Alright, are you gonna clash here? You're clashing with Leap, which is dominating, apparently, and it seems like it actually is dominating. So it looks like we're gonna be able to clash against this. That's good. Oh, it's because this part's weak to Pierce. So that's why the Pierce attacks are going for this one, and all the other attacks are going for this one. Yeah, the only difference between the body and head as far as resistance goes, head's weak to Blunt, body's weak to Pierce. Otherwise, they're both weak to Gloom and Sloth, and both resist Slash, Envy, and Wrath. Alright, we'll see how this goes. God, Ishmael's already gotten a bunch of charge. Enough charge to last the entire time, thanks to the fact that Upside 4, Ishmael, only spends 8 charge on Mind Whip instead of spending all of her charge, whether or not she's got enough to trigger it. Okay, head signal a lot of damage. Okay, Leap manages to beat the mass attack. That's very good for us. And Dawn's at 25 charge now, assuming that she'll ever actually get around to using her Rip Space, which I have my doubts. Tremor count, that's not bad. Or 15 tremor potency. No tremor count, unfortunately. So the tremor doesn't really last. Okay, Mind Whip, almost certainly gonna go for Mind Whip here. The AI is smart about that. Mutilate's actually going through, that's nice. Well, because it is just straight up better than Throat Slit here, because this guy resists Envy. Mind Whip, Splatter, alright. Looking good. Yeah, Mutilate doesn't do a lot. Oh yeah, that's right, I forgot. Because we took some strange choices, this guy isn't staggered. Because we took the Gossipy in the final shot because I had enough cost, so I figured might as well. Okay, pretty good. Yeah, the Centipede's almost dead. But now we gotta deal with this, though, which is gonna be a little unfortunate. The, self-charge. Don't know why the enemy just doesn't have normal charge, and instead has self-charge. 14, please tell me you're gonna flash against it. No, because this part's staggered, but going for this part entirely. Alright. Well, I don't think you got a way to build up self-charge now. That's a good thing. So, you know, eventually he'll run out of it simply by using his attacks. He doesn't need to clash. I don't remember if he's got another way to build up self-charge, so he probably does. Or maybe he doesn't, though. Maybe it's too late for him. Yeah, this truly is some riveting stuff going on here. Ryoshu's dead. Okay, yeah, spent quite a bit of self-charge there. 8. Gain self-charge for the turn amount, yeah. And he's gained self-charge. I see. He's gonna gain self-charge if he uses some of those attacks, but I don't think it can at this point. I think it's literally only got Wriggling Tail left. We've taken down, like... Okay, not going for Rip Space. Daring today, aren't we? And once again, no one's gonna bother clashing. So we really just gotta hope that the stupid Centipede isn't, you know, strong enough to just systematically kill off every one of us with its limited amount of attacks. Which it shouldn't be, we've got enough HP to live through all of it. Yeah. Well. Some good stuff, guys. You're doing great. Paralysis doesn't matter. Because that only lasts for that turn. And this should be enough. Everyone's gonna have to go through their attacks again, but as soon as it uses an attack, before the attack even goes through, I'm pretty sure it's gonna run out of self-charge and blow up. Look at the 32 bleed with a 10 count it's got. How cool is that? How nice is that? The rest of it's gonna be a little more bleed, yeah, look at that. 40 bleed because it got doubled. The 4 got doubled into 8. So went from 32 to 40 bleed. And you know, I think someone's gonna inflict a little more bleed, possibly. No, his primary doesn't inflict any bleed, it's just solely the stagger stuff. And yep, there it goes. It killed itself. What an engaging run. What was supposed to just be, you know, a stupid, like, robot cannibalizes itself with strong attacks or targeting other sinners. Instead, went pretty well. We got, you know, a super strong pair of ego gifts. Especially super strong when we've got both these two. We unfortunately didn't get a chance to give either of them more skill 3s, which would have been even more busted. But that makes enough sense. And I'll take my 3 levels. And
밥은 먹고
yeah, you
하자고
can see it's a
고객님. 당
new
떨어지면
day
싸우기
now.
쉽단 말이야.
Because it's been like an hour, so it's crossed over. And of course, these dailies are for the next day. Need to get into a schedule now that school's back open. But yeah, that'll be all for this time. Really, Autobattle truly is something else. I'm not gonna use it much, that's for sure, but I know a lot of people do. It's interesting just to see how it works. I do think there are people out there who've probably like actually broken down, gone in depth to see how the actual Autobattle works. Like why it's prioritizing seemingly worse skills, stuff like that. But I think it's funnier to just mess around trying to figure it out for myself, yeah? But that'll be all for this time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.